This is Gabriel Gonzalez for Cage Side Press here with UFC flyweight Miranda Maverick ahead of her fight this Saturday at UFC 298 against Andrea Lee. So Miranda, I gotta say, I totally get why you wear these at the weigh-ins now. I feel very cool. Is this how you feel when you're going out there in front of everybody?
I feel cool, feel intimidating, feel like I'm a little bit of a theme. I got it all going on when I have those on.
I mean, let's get into this. So look, trained with Andrea Lee. A lot of talk lately because of the last few fights, the difference between in the gym versus the actual fight. What are some of the differences you're expecting to see out there compared to what you obviously got in the gym?
Yeah, so for one way, I haven't trained with Andrea that much, right? So I'm not super comfortable with her as far as I know every move, know everything about her. It's also been like a year and a half, 2 years since I've trained with her. So I expect that both of us have improved a lot in every area of the game. I've seen her improving in her wrestling and her grappling since we last went. We sparred a little bit down in Vegas during an Aspen Lad fight. She had us out there to cross-train with, and then I sparred with her a little bit when I was at a female mega camp a while back. So I'm excited, ready to go in there, not really knowing what she has to offer, even though we've trained with each other a couple times, probably a total of 2 hours together, so not that much. And we're acquaintances, and it's good and great, but I'm ready to get in there and put it all on the line.
I'd like to talk to you about everything Prowler Pickles. One of the things, look, we know you're very used to staying busy from times as a student and all that. I gotta say, quite the entrepreneur over here. I mean, you're doing, the pickles, you do the artwork, you had the site running. I mean, just talk to me, because when I think about what you've said before in the past about how long you want your career to be, is that what you see for yourself? Maybe being someone who really runs her own business when this is all over?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the purpose of it all, honestly. For me, it's fighting only lasts a short amount of time, and I want to have something that I go to in the future that doesn't go away because I stop fighting, right? Even my gear business with fearthemaverick.com is associated with my fighting, and who knows, that might either slow down or drop off entirely after I stop. So the prowlerpickles.com thing is a business that I can hand over to family members, even if I don't want to run it myself in a year or 2 years. Hopefully get FDA approved within the next couple months, get it into retailers, and make this a business that goes on and keeps being bigger and bigger. I've already got 11 flavors out there, so it's a lot more than other pickle companies have, even the big ones, and I'm trying to make a go of it. Entrepreneur is kind of my middle name as far as trying to make a go of everything that I can have an opportunity to do, and right now is the time to hustle.
Do you feel I guess if I were to say, Miranda Maverick's career, she called it a day after Saturday, what do you think would be your next great passion that you're really going for?
Man, I think I would go back and raise a family, honestly. I think I would move right back to Missouri if that was my last fight, start raising a family and focus on the Prowler Pickles, focus on commercial property investment, and go from there.
And then some of the other stuff going on, just with Hershey and all that, I gotta think at a certain point they've noticed that hey, one of our employees is kind of a little famous. Where are we at with moving up in the company over there and maybe some commercials? I mean, you're literally right there already on payroll.
I know. I wish more people would notice. It seems like only the media side of Hershey recognizes me, and even they are oh, we can't really have her advertise this or that because they see it as a conflict of interest, I think. But hopefully, I start getting up there, and maybe the big bosses up there come up with some ideas. But I've been you want to sponsor me with this brand or that brand? So hoping it ends up panning out to something like that in the future. You never know. But right now, I've got a pretty solid job with them that anybody would like as a career, so I'm happy there.
Two last ones before I let you go. Training with Raquel Pennington, now the women's bantamweight champion. I feel like everybody in the gym probably feels like they level up. I feel like if I trained with the champ, my confidence would go up. What's it like for you?
That's exactly it. It's my level up isn't there as far as training. I've been doing the same every time. I've been training hard and leveling up the same no matter who I'm training with. But seeing somebody go in there, be the best in the world, and knowing that I do how I do against her in the rounds is very confidence boosting. I'm wow, she's the world champ in a weight class above me, and I do this good in these rounds. I was now I know I have these strengths. I know that I'm this good. And people might say the bantamweight class, sucks anyway. I've heard people badmouth it all the time, and it's they're still the best in the world at that weight class, and they could still beat the brakes out of almost all the flyweights, so I see it that way, and it boosts my confidence and makes me go in there knowing that I'm skillful and smart and have that fight IQ that I can win just about any fight.
I think a lot of people know I talk to you a lot. I talk to Andrea a lot, but I wouldn't be playing it fair if I don't ask you. You're going out there to win a fight. How do you see yourself getting the job done this Saturday?
Yeah, I think Andrea's a tough girl. I don't think it's going to be one of those where I can say, oh, first round finish. I think it's going to be a third round finish. If it is a finish, I plan on just grinding it out, using the striking, using the grappling. I plan on kind of shocking her with how good my striking's going to be, how much power I put towards her. She might try to shoot like she did in the Macy fight, and I hope that she does. I hope that we get to the ground, and I plan on finishing it there if we get there.
Miranda, best of luck. Always a pleasure. Always fun to match with my friends. So looking forward to it this Saturday. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.